Alright guys, what's going on? It's Rio, and today we got a crazy double Witchdoctor Privateer versus double Witchdoctor Privateer match. I'm just against some friends. We just on the stream, PvP with viewers, you know, because if you beat me, you can earn some packs, so why not, right? But yeah, Privateer versus double Witch. I was in the call with them, so I'm not going to include the call here. So yeah, Christopher is red guard, Nicholas is 0, and Jaquise is ace. So I'm gonna just call them by like what I know them as, and not by their pirates, I would say. So anyway, they get first turn. They're spreading out, moving their Nellies behind the pillars, making sure their witch doctors have line of sight. Pretty smart. I get second turn. I'm spreading out. Get a nice line. I'm putting my witch doctors in the same lane, so I'll have, you know, pretty much the same line of sight on both of them for the most part, so I can go for really effective combos. I am running 6 big guns and then artillery on the first page with my privy. Literally the most amount of big guns you can possibly have, I believe. So yeah. All right, here they go. They go ahead and big guns. They're getting some slows off. They use that 50% slow on my Nausicaa. Going for slows on my Witch Doctors. Moving up. They go for a nice Morn Song on my Witch Doctor. Now, they brought more chargers than me. They have 2 Nausicaas in the contest. The only charger I have is a Nausicaa. But I have the range advantage because I brought 2 Prince Yulfest, the Nutcracker, who also is 5 range with grits and bursts. So, overall, the ranged war I win, but they definitely have more charging potential. So, you know, ideally, getting rid of one of those chargers early game, like one of those Contestas or one of those Nellies early game, would be really, really nice. So I go for a bombs myself. I go for some slows, moving up my musket line. I think I go for a double big guns with my Witch Doctor, my Privy, and then I pop a will buff with my second Witch Doctor. I move my Bonnie behind the pillar. I have to take a flame damage, but it's a Witch Doctors and the combo potential is insane, so they go for a will buff themselves. They're moving up into a nice line. Ace puts on a mini, and then they go for a Morn Song on my other Bonnie. So at this point, I go for a big guns on that top group. The Exeter's already wounded, and I want to kill this Contessa potentially, since she can do a lot of work and be really annoying. But first, I'm going for hits on this Exeter since he's already low. I'm going for some slows. I'm slowing that bottom Nausicaa. I don't want her charging, right? And I'm keeping my Nelly behind the pillar. I don't want them comboing her down. So I go for nice bombs. This will buff really does help. Get a nice epic. Burst down the pet. I go for a nice Morn Song. Get a high roll, which is super nice. And then I use my other Witch Doctor to Morn Song. Pretty normal roll on the second one. So I get a lot of damage on the Exeter. And since I believe he's slowed, he's not able to go behind the pillar right here. So Nicholas goes for a treasure bath tactically, all right. And then he goes for a big guns. They slow those 2. They go for a Morn Song on Prince Yulfest. And then they Bonnie heal their Exeter, but they're not able to move him behind the pillar. So I go, yeah, okay, they Bonnie healed, but that's not going to be enough healing. Now, I do not want Prince Yulfest to die here. So I'm going to see. I go for this Exeter. I think I go for a big guns and then like a Morn Song or like a Soul Reaver to finish him off. And then what I do right here, well, I'll just let the clip play out until my actual turn. And then I'm also moving the rest of my units into the line that are not in the line yet. Go for a nice big guns. And then with Alyssa, I just go for a Soul Reaver to finish him off. And with all the bleed he has, he's going to die. Now I Bonnie heal Prince Yulfest, but I also absorb him with Duncan, okay? It's better to be safe than sorry. And I also brought the Absorb Hat and Absorb Ring on both my Witch Doctors. So I have like 5 total absorbs. So, hey, I would rather absorb and than be sorry, right? Better safe than sorry. So they go for some combos on my Exeter, Ghost Whale. And then I go for a double Morn Song and a Mojo Burn. But luckily he was already full health, so he does not die. But he does have that -1 movement debuff. So I go for a nice regroup and a Bonnie heal on him. Just trying to be safe. But but I'm pretty sure I either like did not pull an absorb or something. For some reason I did not absorb him. But yeah, I think I go for like double group heal and a Bonnie heal, and I move him behind so he's gonna be hidden from some line of sight. So it's not that bad. I'm pretty sure he's gonna live even without the absorb. So nice Bonnie heal. I put a gunnery on those two, and then I go for a wind spirit with my other witch. Because once the companion war starts, having the wind spirit will be pretty advantageous since they have a musket to give out those really good buffs. So wind spirit's the best buff. They go for a mojo burn on my one of my witch doctors, just trying to pressure him, I guess. So pretty smart move right there. Now, at this point, I was thinking of going for a one-shot combo on that Contessa, but I think I end up doing it next turn. Or do I go for it this turn? I'm actually not completely sure. Pretty sure I don't. Actually, I might. So I hear... Yeah, never mind. So I go for a Ghost Whale and I do double Morn Song. It's pretty much a guaranteed kill. Unless I low rolled like all my hits, then maybe she would survive by a little bit. So I go for a nice Morn Song. And then my second witch gets a super Morn Song. It didn't really matter. I would have killed whatever, but still crazy how much damage a super Morn Song can do. Because, yeah. So, my pet decides to go suicide and hit the Stock Assault Bonnie. They go ahead and dispel the slows off both their Nausicaas, and then they start moving them up. They go for a group heal. Redguard puts a mini on his Nausicaa. They're moving both of them up. But the convenient part about that is that since they group their Nausicaas, I am able to slow both of them at once. So that's at least pretty nice. I go for a big guns on that group as well. Just getting some damage. And then I'm moving my line up. And I move my Nausicaa into the line now. I think I also give her a mini. Because, yeah, I want to have her in the line to be protected by Overwatch 3 Exeter. So I give her a mini, and then I move her up. My witch goes for a nice group heal, get a mega. Super, super nice. My pet is just chilling over here. Going for that Bonnie. And then it's their turn. He goes for a mini on his Nausicaa. Christopher puts a absorb on his Nausicaa. Their Bonnie gets webbed. Roberto's Bonnie. So, yeah. I move everyone back since Roberto's moving up. I move my Privateer back one extra square because I don't want him in the musket line and get double Nausicaa charged and like die. So, yeah. Get a nice line. I go for a nice big guns. I get a very nice mega. That will buff is honestly just doing work for me at the moment. It really has been doing work for me. So they go for a discipline. Ace moves up. Redguard pops a buff for everyone. So I think... I'm not sure what to do here. Yeah, I move my line back one more. I think... What do I do? Yeah, I go for a nice artillery. Okay, good. I discipline. Yeah, never mind. Go for a discipline right there. I'm moving everyone back, except for this one Exeter, who I forgot to move back. But everyone else has moved back, so it's not too... I'm not too worried. Go for a nice discipline. Give me more critical spam. I go for another will buff with Alyssa, so I'm going to just have massive criticals with discipline and will buff. I put a mini on Duncan, just to keep him safe. My pet just decides to get hit by every single Overwatch in the world, so yeah, my pet dies. And then the other pet comes in here, but Tiny Belle, Alyssa's pet, is pretty trash. My other two pets are like cracked, but Alyssa's pet is trash. Okay, because she's a newer character that I made, so I don't have great pets on her. So they just quickly burst on my pet. He goes for Octoborus on Duncan. He goes for a nice Soul Reaver on Exeter. Gets a pretty nice roll on that, so definitely some damage on him for sure. So I go ahead, absorb the Exeter. Because I think I thought I was out of Bonnie heals at this point. Wait, what do I even do? Oh, never mind. Okay, I go for an artillery on this Bonnie. I'm going for massive combos on her. Mornsong, Artillery, and then I go for Octoborus, which also hits that Bonnie for free damage. Because, yeah, if you're going to Mojo Reduce me, I'll Mojo Reduce him back. So now, pretty much Ace's Witch is useless, but also one of my Witches is useless. Kind of that buff, that debuff just kind of cripples Witches. Ace goes for a will buff. Redguard goes for a nice group heal. So, what do I do here? Is this the turn I move up? No, I don't think it is. Or is it? No, I don't. Oh, yeah, is it? Yep. So this is the turn I decide to move up. It's kind of just boring playing the ranged game here, and I also am able to outrange them with nutcrackers and whatnot. So I decided to move up, pressure them, make them Fort Jaquise, all that stuff. So I just go for a group heal, top everyone off, and then move them up since I know I'm going to have to take a couple scatter blasts up here pretty soon, right? So being safe. It's their turn. They go ahead and absorb their Nelly, and then they get a Mega Scatter Blast, which really hurts. Ace forced himself. So I thought they only had 2 Bonnies left, but apparently they had 3. So that I was only expecting to take 2 Scatter Blasts, and I did not know when I was going to crit. So definitely take more damage than I expected here. But now it's my turn. Now it's time to just pile on. I'm just going to go for ensured kills here. I'm trying to ensure as many kills as possible. While also not under-insuring any kills, right? I'm trying to get as many kills as possible while still insuring them and not going too risky. So I go for a nice big guns. Probably should have zealed there. And I actually could have zealed since I do way too much damage to that one group. Because I insured those Bonnies no problem. Bit of an overkill, but whatever. Their extra stuns mine. I go for a nice Scatter Blast. I go for a nice Mojo Storm with those Bonnies. I over-insured the Bonnies for sure. This extra stuns mine. My Nutcracker goes off on this Bonnie a bit. She breaks the absorb, but that's fine. He's OP. And I already insured that group. I go for another Scatter Blast. Duncan, even though he was Mojo reduced, I still went for the hit because I was just really being overcautious here, trying to make sure I insure kills. Yeah, see that Scatter Blast did pretty much nothing, but it's good to insure your kills, so whatever. I'm up. I've not lost a single unit, and they're down by a lot. So they go for a Battle Zeal right here. Bonnie goes for my Nausicaa, somehow misses through Zeal. Zeal literally does not work in this game somehow. Nausicaa and Exeter have a little bit of a back and forth. Neither of them are stunning, but since my Exeter does not stun, the Nausicaa ends up killing him, which is really unfortunate. Nausicaa goes for a hit on Alyssa's Bonnie. He goes for a critical reduce. They finish off Bonnie with a gunnery. And then they move their other Nausicaa in to hit my Nausicaa. I'm hoping for a stun here. And do I get it? Yes, I do. So that's nice. Now, over here, there's only 2 units that are like really into threat, plus that Bonnie, but still. Now, I make a big mistake here, I'm not gonna lie. What do I even do here? Yeah, I move him up since I'm gonna purge here. But I do not ensure either Nausicaa kill well enough. I just kind of assumed that I would get the kills like an idiot. I just kind of piled on hits without thinking, right? I was gonna call it them, I don't know. I was just talking and just piling on hits. I was also streaming, right? So I'm just piling on hits mindlessly, not thinking about how many hits I actually need to kill. And my units do not appear to want to burst fire at all. So that's fine. I go for a fort on my Nausicaa just to make sure they're not gonna kill her since she's really valuable. He goes for a heal on his Exeter. Nelly and Exeter have a little fight. Redguard absorbs the Exeter. Now their Nausicaa's are reduced, so there was no way they could have done much there. So I go ahead for a heal on my Nausicaa, and then I go for a hit on their Exeter. I charge him, hoping to kill Exeter, but obviously if my Nausicaa does not stun, Exeter stuns, there's no way I'm killing. And then I move my lineup as well. Now I ensure this Nausicaa kill, I think with like 2 Soul Reavers or something. There's 1 Soul Reaver, and then I think I used like a second Soul Reaver or something. No, Mornsong, yeah. So I ensure they're one of their Nausicaa's, but they still have 1 more Nausicaa. But she is at least crippled right now due to the Exeter reduce. Exeter reduces her, and because of Zeal. I was just kind of going for damage on him since he was absorbed here. Because there was not really a way I could kill, and I just wanted to get my Nausicaa in the fight. and get her within the Exeter's Overwatch. Now, they get on Mega Bombs, which definitely hurts. Finishes off my Exeter. They pile on hits on my Nausicaa, but she still has revive ticks and whatever. I'm not too worried. They go for Mojo Storm, and then they super this Mojo Storm. 1,200 damage. It really, really hurts. Really, really hurts that section of the line a lot. So I think I pop a lot of group heals here. I think I pop like 2 group heals. And then I'm going for more hits on their Nausicaa. I don't think she's like forted or something like that. And then I also go for hits on this Bonnie trying to kill, but while also moving back my super wounded units. Okay. So I go for a nice group heal, moving them back. And then I go for a second group heal with Alyssa, going for more hits on this Bonnie. And then I go for an absorb on my Nelly as well to ensure she doesn't die. And essentially, due to the precarious spot that they're in, they don't want to purge off their own Exeter's VA, and they're about to have to honestly, that what they really did not want to purge off was Jaqueese's fort. So he just goes for a surge. It surges off the fort that was under that absorb, but I honestly don't know why he didn't just purge here. They get another Mega Mojo Storm, which really, really hurts. You're gonna see here in this like end game, mid to end game section, they get a lot of criticals here. I go for triple revive here, actually. I triple revive because I just want to keep my units alive, right? And I know all those revive ticks, once they go through, will keep my units nice and healthy. So I go for triple revive here. And then I'm going for hits on Nicholas as well. But the reason why I was able to absorb my Nausicaa last turn is because if they purged, Jaqueese would have to move back. It would be less pressure, and it would just be overall not great since his fort would be gone. But I still think they should have purged my Nausicaa since I stacked a fort and absorb on her. So right here, it's their turn. He goes for an enduring, and then they get another super. They go mega super. So that really does end my units right there, unfortunately. I understand I know they had enduring, but they had like no buffs on before. So when they got those other 2 supers, so it was a bit annoying. So I just go for another fort on my Nelly here. Whatever. I'm up by so many units because I was out playing them hard earlier. So honestly, they get some supers that evens it up, and I can't really be too mad since I'm still just so ahead. So I'm just going for hits on Jaqueese here, trying to kill him. I'm not able to, but that's fine. My other sent sneaky webs pet spawns. Jaqueese, I went for the kill, but I wasn't able to kill him. So they go for an absorb and a fort on him, and then Red Guard goes for a Ghost Whale on my Nutcracker. I just have a Nausicaa in their face. They're not having it. Okay. And then I think I pop some buffs, and I try to kill this Exeter since he's super annoying. So what do? Yeah, I pop my own Zeal here, trying to get use out of the Zeal since I didn't pop mine to counter theirs for whatever reason. And then what I do here is I barricade Christopher off, right? So that then either he has to walk around to get line of sight or whatever, and it's just not a good move overall. Nicholas moves up to be able to get some heals off. Red Guard / Christopher goes for a critical reduce on my Nausicaa, pretty much giving her no more criticals anymore. Pretty smart. I go for a big guns. I just keep hitting this Exeter. I want to get that kill. I want to pick up the kill on their last companion. The reason why I do not delete Lament here is because Nicholas has an assassin, so just being safe. And then I go for a slow on Red Guard here to make it harder for him to move behind the barricades. Exeter and Nausicaa have a little bit of a thing. He dodges twice when I have Zeal on because I swear Zeal does not work, but I can't complain because I end up picking up the kill anyways, so not too bad. I also use that extra rouse range from my Witchdoctor to heal my Nausicaa and keep her nice and healthy. So really, really, really nice here. They go for a heal on Jaqueese. Jaqueese goes for a Mojo Blade, and then Christopher pops a will buff. So at this point, I'm just stacking buffs on my Nausicaa and letting her do all the work here. Really, so I'm just going to put on a Wind Spirit for her and everything. And I'm just stacking buffs on Nausicaa. And then I go for another VA. I go for a group heal. I'm literally just keeping her alive as much as I can because she can do a lot of damage because Witchdoctors in endgame really struggle. So having a Nausicaa to be able to do a lot of the damage for me is super, super helpful here. They pop a Spirit. I go for a will buff so I can get more criticals with my Witchdoctor's hits. And then right here, I think is where I go for the kill on Nicholas. So I pop the will buff, give me more criticals, right? And then I go for a Mojo Burn and a Soul Reaver, and then I have my Nazca hit him. And my Nazca has a Wind Spirit, so she just full chains him here. Now he does dodge a couple times, but it's honestly not enough because he has that Mojo Burn and Soul Reaver bleed on. So he ends up dying right here. The death glitch shows, but he's actually dead. Redguard teleports from behind those barricades. So, yeah, Zero is actually dead here. So I delete the Lament now that he's dead. I pop a Call to Arms just to have that accuracy buff to be able to hit through elusive, right? And then I go for a heal. I get a nice super. Just keeping that Nazca alive. I go for a hit on Christopher. And then my pet finally rainbows after all this time. Could have used it earlier, but hey, you know what? Whatever. It's a rainbow. Who can really complain? Now, Christopher goes for the Purge on my Nausicaa, and I just simply fort her again. I'm not even running extra forts on my private. I only have 5 forts for once, right? I have all the extra big guns and revives instead. But I still I'm saved enough forts to where I can keep forting her after they purge. So I go for a nice drain, get some of Alyssa's health back, go for a Mojo Storm, and then I hit with Nausicaa. Christopher is almost dead here. Jaquise goes for a Mojo Blade on her. And then Redguard goes for a drain on my 3 pirates. Pretty good use of the drain there to get some health back. I go for a revive on Duncan. And then I think I pile on more hits onto Christopher here. Yep. Go for a nice heal on Duncan. Heal him back to full. Go for a nice couple of hits. I think it was a Mojo Blast and a Mojo Storm or something. My Nazca goes off here and kills him. Now, the second barricades I put down ends up being not great here because he's able to heal up Nicholas from behind the barricades. So that is something that I did not think of when I barricaded here. Now I go for another heal on my Privateer. I have so many heals, and then I'm moving up with Mojo Reduces so I can Mojo Reduce either of them and make them completely useless pretty much. So I move up. I go for more hits on Nicholas with my Nausicaa. The pet comes at him. Dodges that. Just getting more health. He goes for a group heal to heal back up Redguard. Ace teleports right to my Privy, but that's fine. I pull my Mighty Charge, so I'm able to Mighty Charge away from him and finish off Christopher. Now, it's really good I ensured Christopher's kill with this Nausicaa. I would assume that Mighty Charge would kill, but to be safe, my Glancing does 16 damage since I have a magic resist. He has a lot of magic resist. My weapon is magic based, right? I go for it on Nicholas, kill him, and then Nausicaa finishes off Christopher. Because really, that magic resist really shows that 16 damage. It really shows how much magic resist he has. Jaquise goes for a max will buff right here. I move everyone back to him. And then I'm just trying to pile on hits on him. And I think this is where he disconnects. So yeah, that was a really fun double Witchdoctor match. Kind of hectic, but overall a pretty fun match. Just, you know, with some friends on stream. If you guys want to do some PvP, I do PvP with viewers, streams. A link to my Twitch in the description. And yeah, look out for more content like this. Let me know if you like this video. Leave a like, leave a sub if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace out.